Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and today I have a very long-awaited item. It just wasn't in the cards to get here any earlier, but it finally made it, and that is Greebo Games' Krogal team. So you can see some of the artwork on the new boxes for Greebo's fantasy football teams. I'm probably going to use them in Blitz Bowl, not that I've painted any of the teams for Blitz Bowl yet, but that's a whole different story. And we've got a couple of the star players as well. So we will put all them together in just a sec. We'll take a look at everything, and then we'll look at the actual team. And I haven't even opened this yet. Ooh, this is quite snazzy. Okay, so, boom. Everything you need for your team is included in these nice handy-dandy packages. It's quite difficult to open. It's heavy, but you can see it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of bases in there. You have a full team. And I'm not sure which position is which, but they are quite chunky lizards. So it looks like we've got a lot of parts here. Oh boy. Where's my team all-star superhero mega lizard guy? I think it's this one. I don't even remember. Okay. We're just going to have to pull things out. These must be like the little runner dudes. Skink equivalents. Let's see. I'm hoping and I'm seeing that there are numbers on the bottom of each sprue. Oh yeah, that's what I was hoping. Okay. This makes things a lot easier. So they are matched up and keyed up for each other. So there's not going to be a lot of, well, unless the parts come off of the sprues, that would be an issue. But they all have a number to identify them with. What's this guy? 01, obviously. Oh my goodness. Lots of parts. Lots and lots of parts. So it looks like the smaller guys are going to have to attach just about everything. A token of some sort. Oh, our chameleon player. That's kind of cool. He was an extra add-on that they stuck in later on. Team marker. Lizard head eating the ball. I'm not sure what this guy's role was. Something. Numbers. Ball token, I believe. A casualty marker. I think this is one of the cutie mole ones. They did have a cutesy team. Little legs. I think this is going to be a lot more exciting to look at when I've got everything built, because this is just a whole lot of parts. More numbers. More numbers. Another ball token, I believe. Actual balls. See, they're all scaled up eggs, basically. Another runner guy. Small bodies. Parts of bodies, hands for bodies. Oh my goodness. Okay, some bigger hands, bigger parts. So you can see, if you don't mind multi-part models, you've got a lot to enjoy here. I don't mind building them so much, so this is going to be fun for me. Big eye parts. And obviously I'm going to grab my actual lizard team, and we'll see how they all stack up. Okay, that's the big guy. More limbs. Another big body. Just in case you're curious and you have any plans on doing other things with these guys, like I might. They're good size. And so on and so forth. Somebody's torso. These guys with the individual torsos are probably going to make some big models. So, you get the idea. Let's slide that to the side and let's take a look at the star players. They're we picked up. Alright, so this is the big Comet Fist Bruiser guy. He's going to be pretty large. Our day one chainsaw. Free agent guy. Our fists for our Comet Fist and his head, I believe. These are going to be a lot more exciting when I put them together, trust me. And I think this is their sneaky little rogue guy. Yeah. And again, I'll double check all the names. I don't even know what I got. And we'll see how that goes later. Some more bases for those all-star guys. And oh, that's what this is. Okay. This is their Zote player. And I believe these are his hands. And his tail. And his other hands? Yeah, 18. Star player 18. Did they just give me 2, or is he supposed to have... Okay, nope. He's... I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like there's at least maybe 2 optional arms. Or he's got 4 hands. I don't know. I know he's got 4 legs. Maybe he's got 4 hands too. So, give me a sec. We're going to grab this pile of goodies and put them all together and see how they actually look. And we'll grab some of the Blitz Bowl teams, Blood Bowl guys, and see how they look with them, okay? Alright, we got our Krogal team all put together here. And first things first, I got to say, these guys were really time-consuming. Just the sheer amount of parts that were involved in putting them all together. On average, we're looking at about 6 to 8 pieces, I'd say. Some more, some less. And it's not that the pieces didn't fit well together, but they did require a lot of filing down and cleaning up. For whatever reason, some of the joints were kind of tight on these guys, and they really did need some extra help getting their parts all together. Some models I have not glued down to the bases yet because obviously it's going to be really difficult to get to the parts at the angle he's currently. Yeah, we'll just... Nope, you don't want to get propped up at all. Okay, I get you. These are the bigger models. These are the Krogal. We also had the Mokol, which were the little skink-sized guys. I'm trying to grab all the Krogal ones first. They had 6 of them. I know that because I counted. And again, really dynamic poses. I really enjoyed the quality and design of these guys. They really, really look cool. Very ferocious, very primal, very well detailed. So much so that, I mean, my original idea was, you know, this is even before the Lizardmen Blood Bowl team came out, was to use them as a skirmish warband and something else. And originally I was thinking, you know, cut the hands off and replace them with actual Lizardman parts, but I don't think I'm able to even do that because, number one, they look really nice, but the thickness and size of these guys, I think, is really going to limit what kinds of parts, especially Lizardman parts, that are really going to work effectively for them. So I'm thinking, since I've got an actual Lizardman team and I've got Blitz Bowl, I'm thinking we might actually just use these guys in there. Maybe for now, until the Lizardmen get proper rules, we'll use them as stand-ins for, I don't know, orcs or something. Always orcs. Okay, I should have one more. There you are. Couldn't find him there. This guy's supposed to be standing on the ground. So yeah, very top heavy, and I guess that's one of the disadvantages of having them made out of metal. I know in the new Kickstarter campaign for the orcs that Greebo has going on, they do have an option for resin, which I believe is the first time, at least for a regular size team, that they've offered them up. If you're curious how big they are, grabbing a actual official GW Lizardman, you can see size-wise, they fit in pretty good. I think the Greebo ones are a lot bulkier than GW's models in this case. But again, this isn't even the entire team. These are just the big guys. Besides them, we had the mokols, which I was saying are like the skinks of the Greebo team. Again, very dynamic poses. Get some close-ups here in a sec for you guys. Trying to find the right bases for everybody. Yeah, unfortunately, I think showing them at a distance like this does not really do them justice, unfortunately. So we'll have to give you guys some close-ups here. But if you do opt for the entire team, you do get 8 of these guys. At least it was 8. And then on top of them, you end up also with the bonus. If I can get the bonus guy in focus here. Oh, come on, dude. There we go. The bonus chameleon, who still doesn't really want to get in focus. Come on. Oh my god, come on. I apologize. There we go. So you can see he's not overtly chameleon-like like the Blood Bowl version, who's got the ball in his mouth, on his tongue. But it does match up pretty well size-wise. Again, same thing with the other mokols. Using an actual skink model helps when they're not on all fours, but when they're upright, outside of the headdresses, I'd say they're pretty close in size. You do have a lot of different poses. There's actually no repeats, which is a pretty cool touch. Like I said, I would give you guys a closer look at some of them. I thought I would. Okay. I've changed my camera setup, and I guess this is what happens. It no longer wants to cooperate with me. Oh my god, there, finally. So, even still, I don't think it's really showing off the amount of detail that these guys have. Lots of just unique little bits hanging off of them everywhere. I think it's focusing on the numbers back there. Let's try that now. Oh my god. This is not working for me today. Like I said, it did take me a while to get these guys built. Not only to get them built, but to get them actually filmed. It took me a few days. Which is funny because, you know, I really do dig the Lizard Man stuff. The big models especially, you can really see all those details. Oh, and silly me, I didn't even show off the captain star player type, the Krogal, who's even bigger, and I guess sort of kind of fits on the base. I don't know if I'm going to keep him on that or put him on a 40mm base. So you can see he's even bigger than those guys, which is in turn bigger than a regular lizard man, which in turn, if you're going to use them for other games, for example, is significantly bigger than our witch hunter friend here, or our mantic human. So I think they definitely have the potential, if you wanted to use them in other types of games besides fantasy football type ones. Absolutely, I think there is room for them in there. In case you guys are curious, I did build some of those star players. I think this guy was Puck the Cutthroat, barely on the screen there. Kind of hunched over. Actually, he has one eye visible. I don't know if he's supposed to be missing one. You can see the bandages kind of over that one. And we got our traditional chainsaw player here. What was his name? Gart the Solver. Again, details really nice. Somewhere, this bad boy. Krogal the Comet Fist, who I think is going to have to go on a 50mm base because there's no possible way he's going to fit on anything else. Oh man. So there's Krogal the Comet Fist and a regular lizard. So you can see he's almost at Krogal level sizes, and he's hunched over too. Almost the same height as our Krogaton captain guy. And he's all ready to fight. And then finally, I don't even remember what they call him now, but with the announcement that the Zoats were going to get rules in Blood Bowl, Greebo released their own reptilian Zoat. And it is heavy. It's so heavy that it will not stand up on its own 2 out of 4 feet. Again, giving you a good size indication. I've got him on a 50mm base. He fills it quite adequately. I actually really wish that Greebo would go the extra mile. For a lot of these sculpts that they've got, I feel like, and especially since everything is CG rendered, you know, why not make some optional hands holding weapons or something? I think there's a market for it, and it's not like it's going to really break the bank because they could just take their existing models and just modify it, sell the optional bits. Heck, sell them as resin parts. I know some of us out there don't really like the combo parts from 2 different materials, but if it meant that we could get, you know, proper warrior models or whatever, then I know I would not be the only one that would be excited about that idea. Oh my god, I'm sorry about this today. This is really just not cooperating. Alright, that's it. I'm done here. Anyways, so Greebo's got a new Kickstarter going on right now for very nice, very wild, very feral looking orcs. So if you want to, you know, pass on these and get even wilder looking ones, then, you know, by all means, I would definitely check that out. I meant to put these guys on camera too, darn it. All right, let's get this guy out of here. I really wish that they'd made the Zoat model even bigger. That's just my personal preference, but there we go. In case you're curious how a Lizardman stacks up to actual Blood Bowl models, we've got some there. I am going to put a link down below, and then if you're curious to check out their Wildfire Black Orcs, or whatever they're calling their new campaign, I'll put a link down there. I'll put a link down below also for Greebo's website if you're curious to take a better look at it than my crappy videos today. And I am going to bid you all a fond farewell as I smash this camera to pieces. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.